Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? This is John Mason. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and that is a time we pay our respects to all the women in our lives, our mothers, and our wives, and our girlfriends, and our sisters, and every other woman we come across. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. And if we want the best for the women in our lives, we must protect their reproductive rights. There are all these states going around that places the most onerous restrictions on abortions. Like, you can only have an abortion after so many weeks before you even know, the woman even knows that there's a fetus inside of her. And you remembered Katie Britt, the senator from Arkansas, who had this very bad case of ham acting after Biden's State of the Union address. Is that the best the Republicans can do? Well, anyway, she has this bright idea of a database. She's proposing this bill that would establish a database for all women who are pregnant. Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. We have just been celebrating Rosh Hashanah, and I bid everyone a sweet, happy, and prosperous New Year. I was at a watch party on Tuesday to watch the debate between Tim Walz and J.D. Vance. And Vance, at the very obvious front, Vance didn't impress me one bit. He was just Trump in a nicer looking package, all buffed up, all slicked up and all. And Vance was a regular guy, the kind of guy you have with you and have breakfast with at the diner. I remember when Vance was fact-checked, we got back on that theme of Haitian immigrants eating the cats and dogs in Ohio. And he complained about, you're not supposed to fact-check me. But he was fact-checked, and his facts were totally wrong. He didn't care about any rules of the debate. He just wouldn't allow anyone to contradict him or show him he's wrong. That's the way so many of our opponents are. I mean, they look down on us as inferior and we should always defer to them. I ain't deferring to nobody. And all of a sudden, Vance was going off on some tangent about being censored. Last I checked, it was censorship took the form of raving maniacs taking over school boards, demanding that they remove any books related to the civil rights movement or LGBTQ issues, and prevent teachers from teaching about these issues. That's censorship. But it's not and then Walz challenges him. If he agreed that Trump lost the 2020 election, and Vance went back on that theme of being censored. That non-answer was an answer. Vance, for all his time at Yale and his time in the corporate world, and being a being a wholly owned subsidiary to Peter Thiel. Look that guy up. He's still nothing more than a Trump clone. In the past, he was on record, on video, saying how he despised Trump, that he was a cancer on the party. But then, all of a sudden, he thought that Trump was the party. Matter of fact, he is. And he thought that Trump was the way to go. He didn't go the way of principled conservatives like Liz Cheney or Joe Scarborough or even Dick Cheney. Oh no. He went the Trump, J.D. Vance went the Trump route. The man has no, and beyond the debate, we can't forget all his stupid statements about childless cat ladies. Talking about that, so you don't have kids, so what? Is it, a lot of people think it's absolutely mandatory for families that have kids. That's what what the fascist regimes in Italy and France back in the day called for. Mothers women having no such functions to pump out babies who grow up to be soldiers for the glorious leader. And there's a racist element to all this. There's a fear on the right that the Census Bureau says that by the year 2050, non-white minorities will be slightly ahead in population of white non-Hispanic people. And so therefore, white non-Hispanic people will not be the dominant category in the census. And so these racist types, they always demanding that have more kids, have more babies. And that's another thing. Vance flipping and flopping on abortion. First, he says that he's on record as saying that he wants a national ban on abortion. Then, never mind the life of the mother or incest or rape. Then he says that he's for leaving it to the states. You can't trust these guys on abortion. And since they don't get pregnant, they don't have uteruses. They don't have to deal with the consequences of birth. The fetus just steady in the womb and what it does to a woman's body, sometimes detrimental. And that's what makes these laws in states that prevent women from seeking abortions and trying to ban mifepristone so dangerous. Like I believe it's in Texas that you can get arrested for driving out of state so you can have an abortion. I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, preventing people from going to and from the state. How would you know whether the woman's leaving the state to get an abortion? Are they supposed to be chained to the state? Maybe they want to see grandma in the next state. And they also have this bright idea of they want to track women's uh, menstrual cycles. Like, see if it's about time for them to be fertile enough to have a fetus. That's what we're up against. And remember, this is emanating from the party that used to be for smaller government, for getting the government off your backs, and no big government interfering in your affairs. What do you call this? Oh, I forgot. All this rhetoric is aimed at protecting and enforcing the dominance of a particular demographic of people, white males. Keeping white males in charge of women's reproductive systems. Just as corporations don't like the federal regulatory agencies unless they corrupt them. Because the corporations can't be trusted to do the right thing by themselves. Not even that free market self-interest stuff. That's where we, the people, come in. Enough is enough. Let us get organized and mobilized to vote. And vote in mass numbers on November 5th. And some state Republican organizations are, I'm calling you out, trying to use their legislatures to pass laws to make it more and more inconvenient to vote. Let's fight that in the courts and in the voting booth. We've got to resist this, and the vote is our weapon. Let's use it, and vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and vote blue all the way through, from president and vice president all the way down to county commissioners and township supervisors, and we can all fight Vance's and Trump's warped image about how America should be. Okay? Okay, now advertisements. All this work I do, with the podcast and the YouTube channel and the blog and the poetry and the fiction, is work. It's all work. And I, as a worker, deserve to be paid for it. See, I put out a lot of money to get all this stuff out, like paying for the website, paying for the broadcasting of the podcast, paying for the YouTube channel. And so I need your help. I don't want to be answerable to any corporation. So, please get on my website, johnomason.com, and click either the Buy Me a Coffee button or the PayPal button. See what you can give. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And also, my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It's the story of David Lucas, who, as a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk and a horde chaser and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out of the army as a born-again fanatical Christian who just wants to be a manly man for Jesus, but how he goes about it leads him to disaster. Please pick it up. Soldier of the Cross on Amazon.com. And also, Hipperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you'll find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. gummies and candies and lip balm and hand sanitizer and flour and dog treats. Yep, dog treats. Look them up, please. Hemperificllc.com. And my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your small business or professional career. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Do please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Okay. Alrighty then. Like I said, we have a job ahead of us. It's our job to defend our democracy. So let's protect it. For ourselves, for our neighbors, our communities, and our future generations. November 5th, get out there and vote blue all the way through. Thanks. Again, Lashana Tova, a sweet and happy new year to you. Shabbat Shalom. Bye.